growing up, my mom and dad would bring us duck hunting, pheasant hunting. That's what we love to do. So when I had the chance to go to Argentina, well, I was pretty excited because I know of all the places in the world, it's probably one of the best places to go dove hunting, duck hunting. They've got perdiz, they've got all sorts of different things to go after. And that's something that seemed really interesting to me.
My dad, he was hunting all his life. It was his passion. We go to hunt every weekend of our life. It was really a passion, so when he came to Argentina for do another thing and he saw the population of bears, and I remember that he called me by telephone and he can't believe that. So well, we come like an adventure from Spain to Argentina to do what it was our dream, hunting, and well, finally was a job.
My first impression when I came here was that this was a fantastic country. Not only can you hunt big game, but in my opinion, it's the best place in the world for small game. And that's why I've dedicated myself to this for all these years.
Well, we just got out to the blind and I have never seen anything like it. There are literally just doves flying everywhere. I'm talking thousands of them. We've got everybody set up. Shinley's down there. I'm at the end and this is awesome.
So I'd never been on a dove hunt before ever, so I didn't know what to expect. There were so many doves, it was actually overwhelming at first to figure out where I was going to aim that shotgun and which one I was going to shoot at. I mean, literally hundreds.
One of the cool parts is we're out here, there are so many of these flying all over. They're palomas in Spanish, but one of the good things is they are excellent eating. Now, they are pretty small, but you just pull the breasts out and they're excellent. You can put them on the grill, eat them in a variety of ways. But not only are they good to eat, Argentina has a huge issue with having just too many of them. They're an absolute nuisance. The ranchers, the farmers here, they're eating all the crops. So what they've done is actually turned something that was a nuisance into a great tourism deal. Americans, people from all over come down to hunt them. It's great, great wing shooting. You can stay in one location. You don't have to run all over. And plus, when you're here, you get to try a whole bunch of different things. So it's kind of fun to be down here, to be helping out, helping with the nuisance issue, getting some great food, and we're having a wonderful time as well. Now, of course, if you can go and shoot literally thousands of doves, well, that's fun, but I kind of like a variety. And coming with Paco Riestra, one of the very first things that Assis said is that we would have the opportunity to go after different things each day. And that makes it a lot more fun. Not only is it more challenging, but you get to do a wide variety, and it's a social thing. So Shinley from Field and Stream was also going to be joining me, so I knew we were going to have a great time. It was something that we wouldn't have to sit in a tree stand, be quiet. We could be out there dove hunting, duck hunting, and having a blast.
For dove hunting, you're really in sort of a lane, and the doves are just flying overhead left and right, hundreds going 1,000,000 miles an hour. Whereas on the second day, we had to throw the waders on, get out in the water, get out in some blinds and shoot ducks over water, which I had never done before and was a really, really cool experience. While the ducks were bigger, they didn't get quite as close as the doves were, and so that was a little bit of an adjustment for me there. But I really enjoyed duck hunting.
I've been duck hunting since I was a little kid out in Minnesota. The only time I can remember shooting this much, probably youth days, but this is by far the best day of duck hunting I've ever had, and it was only the morning. It was just really beautiful. It was a cool setup. It warmed up as we were out there. We were in waders, but we weren't all the way up to our chest, just enjoying it, seeing the morning, and the coolest part was probably seeing the wide variety of ducks. I wasn't even sure what some of them were. There were a lot of different variety. It looked like teal, and he'd tell us the names in Spanish, but I wasn't totally sure what they were. Just some really beautiful ducks, and by the time we went in, we were all smiles.
This segment was brought to you by Sportsman's Alliance. Our heritage, our fight. Protecting hunting from coast to coast.
Did you know that Florida ranks first in number of sportsmen and anglers with 3.15 million that spend 5.9 billion a year supporting over 94,000 jobs? Just another fun fact showing how sportsmen and women are helping make a difference. Right now we're here during Argentina's winter. Now when I think of winter, I'm from Minnesota, I think of freezing cold. But here, it's really the perfect conditions. In the mornings, it's nice and cool, you need jackets on, but as the day goes on, you're looking at probably 70 degrees, maybe 75 degrees, and just beautiful days.
I really enjoyed duck hunting. It was the first time I've ever done that, and they were beautiful. And it was such a cool experience to see them and then go and retrieve them and then be able to take pictures with them after, because they're really beautiful animals. On the third day, when we were hunting pigeon, that was a completely different experience because we were in ground blinds.
Ah!
Alejandro, pigeon down.
Another option that we had to go after were pigeons. Now they have great eyesight, and we were going to be hunting them very different than everything else. We actually had blinds set up for each of us out in a field, and we were going to have the pigeons coming right over us and going back and forth. So it was going to be a really neat setup, but they were a lot harder to hit. Now they are bigger, but for whatever reason, you don't have as many of them coming by, and we were struggling.
They were flying much higher than the doves were the 2 days before, and even higher than the ducks the day before. And so that took some getting used to. So every time I felt like I had gotten into a groove with whatever type of bird we were hunting, we had a different type of bird to hunt, and it was a completely different technique.
Now, Shin and I get to hunt together out of this blind, and how we're set up is this is actually a picked soybean field. And a lot of these pigeons are coming through. Now, the nice thing is, well, they don't come out that early in the morning. So we got to come out here about 9, 10 o'clock. They're just coming through. They seem a lot bigger, but they're also pretty fast. So it's gonna take a little bit of getting used to start shooting these, but looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. We've got decoys out in front. We also put some out that we shot, so hopefully we can keep adding to the collection and have them come through.
Oh, dove down.
So as we got more and more, it did help the setup, and some of them would decoy in, but normally it was just kind of pass shooting, and when they're coming straight over your head, that's probably one of the toughest shots. And we had an extremely windy day, and that also makes it tough because all these birds are fast enough the way it is, then add wind, well, it makes it even more difficult. But we thought, you know what? They're testing us. We started out, we had easy shooting. Every day it's getting a little more difficult, and we were becoming better shots along the way and having a great time.
Still behind? Was it behind?
The pigeons don't fly until a little bit later in the day, so we hunted for a few hours, and then Assis said, we're gonna have lunch right out in the field. Well, we just got done doing our pigeon hunt, and we're having a little, like a picnic, but it's a pretty fancy picnic, if you ask me. They have excellent food out here. We're just gonna stop for a little bit, eat, and then head right back out to the blinds. We're only a couple hundred yards from the blinds now, so pretty sweet deal.
So I really enjoyed the pigeon hunting as well, probably because you can see them so much longer before you actually shoot. I was more comfortable with that since I haven't done this type of hunting that much.
Ooh, got him! Nice! Good work!
Alejandro!
Well, it was sure a lot of fun. You definitely pulled up the bar this afternoon. You were shooting awesome today.
Well, I had a really slow morning, and I think I redeemed myself in the afternoon. I had to get warmed up and used to it. It's a lot harder than shooting the doves on day
with
one.
This wind, it is crazy. I mean, we've had all calm days so far pretty much.
Yeah, this is the windiest it's been, but it's beautiful out here, and like you said, it's wide open. And yeah, it was a great day.
It was fun. Now tomorrow, we got one last day left.
One day. What is it?
Perdiz in the afternoon, and then I'm not sure what we're doing in the morning, but bet it'll be fun.
I'm sure it'll be great.
This segment was brought to you by Boss Buck. For the most user-friendly and dependable feeder on the market, choose Boss Buck feeders. Now you're getting serious. Winchester Deadly Passion is presented by Cudde Back Digital. More deer, fewer blanks. Hard-hitting Easton Arrows. Golden Triangle Whitetail. Winchester, celebrating 150 years of legendary excellence. Scent Killer Gold with Hunt Dry technology. Apply it, dry it, and go hunt. Rage Broadheads, leading the evolution in lethal technology. Convergent Hunting Solutions, where experience, innovation, and passion meet. Sportsman's Alliance, protecting hunting from coast to coast. ENGEL Coolers, the original high-performance cooler company. And Moose Utility Division, your leader in ATV, UTV accessories.
So now we had the opportunity to go dove hunting, we went duck hunting, and pigeons. Now we were going to be going after perdiz. Now with perdiz, they were totally different. It was going to be something that was very similar to pheasant hunting, but I really wasn't sure what we were getting into. Woo! Yeah! Well, we're out here, we're getting ready to go after perdiz, and it's basically going to be just like a pheasant hunt from what I understand.
Yeah, and I've never hunted with the dog before, so this is going to be really exciting.
Yeah, it should be really cool. We're going to just walk through this field. Jen and I are going to hunt together. I think we can each get 6, so hopefully we'll do it.
Here's the 6.
Yes, 2 of them. That was pretty awesome. One got up your way, and as soon as you shot, it was teamwork. Then mine flushed out. Hey,
Oh,
nice
Yagi.
shot.
My favorite is perdiz, partridge. Not everybody likes partridge because you need to walk. I remember first time I can't stop to shoot. You know, I want to kill all the birds that I see. And well, with the time now I am more relaxed, and what I like more now is try to guide and do like kind of feeder.
That was no good.
I mean, it was close though.
So as we hunted that first morning, it was really a great time, but it was tough shooting. As we were going, we ended up spending the morning doing it, and it really was enjoyable. It was cool to see the dogs work. It was fun to be out there. Both of us were right next to each other, side by side, and we ended up getting a nice variety of perdiz. We got our limits. We really did have an enjoyable time, and it was very similar to pheasants. They were a little bit smaller, but again, it's just a cool another bird to go after here in Argentina, and there's not that many places where you can really get this much of a mixed bag, where you can have doves, you can have ducks, you can have pigeons, perdiz, a wide variety, all from one camp, and I don't think we ever drove more than a half hour from here.
Memory Chase, building our future, one child at a time.
Memory Chase is all about getting more kids involved and features home video from viewers just like you. This week we're going to New Hampshire for 8-year-old Chloe's first ever hunt.
alive out of the tent and go tackle him, you smoked him. He just went.
He didn't even flop.
How does it feel to get a turkey for your first time?
Awesome.
Do you have an amazing youth hunting experience you'd like to share with us on Memory Chase?
Got him, buddy.
Yeah.
Each week we highlight one young hunter on the show and present them with a huge prize pack that includes a brand new mission bow. For a chance to see your favorite kid on TV, visit memorychase.com for details. After all, our future is built one child at a time.
This segment was brought to you by Convergent Hunting Solutions. Try their electronic game calls today, featuring Bluetooth technology to work right with your smartphone. Winchester Deadly Passion is presented by Winchester, celebrating 150 years of legendary excellence. Matthews Archery, catch us if you can. Field and Stream, where traditions begin. ScoutLookWeather.com. Download the free ScoutLook hunting app for your smartphone. Reinhardt, the best archery targets in the world. GARMIN, enhance your outdoor adventures. Winchester, the American legend. Sure Shot Jewelry. Check out the Melissa Bachman collection today. And Boss Buck, for the most user-friendly and dependable feeder on the market. Now you're getting serious. Closed captioning is brought to you by Cudde Back Digital. Upgrade to Cudde Back and your images will never look better.
One of the great things about hunting in Argentina is there's so many different types of birds that you can shoot on a trip like this. And on the first day we hunted dove, on the second day we hunted ducks, the third day we hunted pigeons, and on the fourth day we spent a half day hunting perdiz and a half a day hunting doves again. And it was just such a great experience because it's so diverse in the types of game, but also the techniques are a little different.
Now for gear out here in Argentina, I decided to bring us all Super X3s, Winchesters in 20 gauge. Now one of the reasons for this, well, we're literally shooting hundreds and hundreds of shots a day, so this is the easiest thing. The other thing, we're shooting Winchester AA tracker. Now the reason I like this is because we can actually see why we're missing. Most of the time, well, you're probably behind the dove, but the wad actually follows the shot string, so you can see, you can compensate, and you can learn from it. One of the hardest things on this entire trip is switching from doves to pigeons to ducks to perdiz. Different things are all flying at different speeds and they're different sizes, so it can really throw you off. But by having that, you can kind of learn, you accommodate for it, and it doesn't take long, and then you'll be shooting good again. We all decided doves were kind of what Argentina's known for, and we all had a blast doing it. You have so many shot opportunities the entire day, so we decided to spend the last afternoon at a new location for doves. Now once again, I thought maybe the first time we were just in a really good area. Not the case. It was the exact same again. We were kind of surrounded by water, and we had the doves coming from every direction. But Shinley and I actually had kind of an open space out in front where we had a bigger view of where we could shoot. We didn't have a lot of brush in our way, and it really made it fun. Now this is the last day of our hunt. We were both becoming pretty good shots by this point, so we were dropping doves left and right, laughing, just having a great time. And looking back, Argentina was not something I necessarily would have picked. I'm not a big wing shooter, do a lot of big game hunting, but after being here and seeing all these animals, seeing all these birds, and having so much fun shooting, it is absolutely a trip I would come back on year after year. You can do so much in 1 week and you never get bored. You have different things to go after. The culture, the food, everything is absolutely amazing. And Paco Riestra, they were wonderful to us all.